Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Grant Richards. I'm your instructor for Humanities 10, Contemporary Cinema. One of the things I want to start off by saying is that contemporary cinema, there's a definition for that. And so in order for your class to be transferable, it has to start from 1960 and go all the way to the present. And if you look at the movies we'll be watching this semester, the very first one is Psycho, which is 1960. And then some of the other films we'll be watching this semester. The Graduate was 1967. Then it's Jaws, 1975. Back to the Future, 1985. Good Will Hunting, 97. Crash, now we're in the 2000s. That's 2004. Arrival and A Quiet Place. I said that kind of strangely. I like to go in chronological order, and we will be watching Arrival first. But because of vacations, the in-class sections will be watching them the opposite order. If you don't come to class, it doesn't matter. But Arrival in A Quiet Place. Then we're going to watch 1917 as our war film, which was made in 2019. Parasite, also 2019, our one and only foreign film. Then our family film is Coda, 2021, Hitman, 2023. And then we have two very contemporary films, Juror Number Two, 2024, and Challengers, which is also 2024. And I was quite disappointed that it was snubbed at the Oscars because I thought it was a great film. But those are the films we'll be watching, and you'll see that there's a variety of genres. We have combat, drama, family, suspense, thriller, science fiction, horror, just a large variety. And I want to kind of have a lot of different options. The other thing I do is you'll see on the class page that there is options. So if I show if the week is science fiction and we watch Arrival, I'll also have several other clips from other films like Ex Machina and Star Wars and others. And those options are ones that I want you to watch the clips, but also if you want to do extra credit, you can watch any of those and write a review. Review is probably in the 400 or 500 word range where you give your opinion, kind of some of the basic plot without spoilers, and then your ranking. What did you think of the film? Is it a must see or don't waste your money, etc. So if you want extra credit and you really like one of the genres, for example, you can do that. So I'm kind of got off track. One of the first things I wanted to talk about for this is my classes, almost all of them are dual modality. Now, what does that mean? It actually means that I teach the class in two very different ways. A lot of my students, I met probably 80 of the Humanities 10 students today in class. So this class, the online section is linked with the face-to-face section. It's the same class. But what I do is try to be as flexible as possible so you can take it either way. Some of you have work or family or other reasons why you can't come and watch the movies and discuss them with us in person. That's great. You can do all the work at home on your own. But some of you prefer that. I rather watch movies with others and talk about them in person, ideally. So I will show the movies, and then at the end, we'll discuss them every Monday, Wednesday. And you're able to do one or the other or both. It's completely up to you. I will say that for just showing up and watching the movies and being in the room for the discussion, that's how those who come, earn their 40 points. If you're taking the class entirely online, it is your responsibility to get the movies, and then you have to do your discussion board work. Now, let's talk about that because I know that's 40% of your final grade. Um, what I'm after is I want to know what you think about the movies. I don't want you to do research. I do that for you. My prompts have a lot of research. So don't do research. I want to know your thoughts. And they can be anything. It can be, what did you think of the acting? What did you think of the cinematography or the plot or the character, the genre, the lighting, the musical score, anything at all, whatever interests you about the films. That's what I want to know. They should be very personal. This worked for me, and I love this scene, or I was confused by this. So that you're very present in your comments. Um, so you can't do research. I don't want that. And I really don't want AI to help you. I don't care if you're not a very good writer. I'm not grading on spelling or punctuation or grammar or clarity. I don't want that. I want to know what your thoughts are about the movies. So you have to make a minimum of 3 comments or questions. Your ideas about the films. And then that's part one. Part two is you have to read some of your classmates' comments and then you have to react to them. If someone says, oh, they love this scene in this movie, oh, wow, I loved it too. I thought it was really great. Or this is the most powerful film I've ever seen. And really, I didn't think it was that great. So that's what it is. Be kind and supportive of your classmates, but I want you to read and react to your classmates. So um, that is, to be honest with you, it's kind of 30 points for your comments, 10 points each roughly, and then 10 points for your 3 or more reactions. I will give more points if I feel that you have a lot of great comments and you're really interacting with your classmates well. But that's kind of what I'm after for the discussion board. It's what happens naturally when you come to class. After we watch the movies, we talk about them. I pose questions, everybody shares their opinions, and that's what's happening in the classroom. Because those of you who are probably watching the video will be taking the class entirely online, you have to do that on the discussion boards in writing. So you have to watch the movies on your own, get them, watch them, and then post your comments and then participate by reacting. So every time you do that, it's 40 points. If you notice, though, I mentioned that we were watching 14 films. Well, 40 times 14 is more than 400. The class is based on 1,000 points, and I said the discussions are 40% of that. If you do more, it's essentially like doing extra credit. So, in addition to doing extra film reviews of the films of the similar genres, you can also do more of the discussion boards. So that's 40% or more of your final grade. Then the other things that we have, 30% of your final grade is the final exam, and I'll do a prep for it. It's basically multiple choice, um, asking questions about genres and the films, and then the prompts that I give you, and also the filmmaking terms. So we'll talk more about that, but that's 30% of your final grade. The other 30% is a film project. So every student will make a film project. I'm assigning it today, day one, and it's not due until May 23rd, the very final day of the semester at midnight. And I know students are always going to ask, how long? Well, it should be about 2 to 3 minutes, but it can certainly be shorter or longer. Some students have done, especially animated films, 15, 20, 30 seconds, if done really well, can get you an A. But I've also had students who've done really long films, even over an hour. As long as it's tightly edited, great. I don't care how long it is. But 2 to 3 minutes is a nice length to shoot for. Um, so a lot of people get intimidated by that, but you don't have to do it by yourself. You can um, do it in groups of up to 6, and you don't even have to group with people in this particular class. I'm teaching, I think it's 14 film classes this semester, and all but one of them have to make movies. So you can team up with other students of mine in my other classes. But six is the limit. You can't have more than six people in your group. Um, and but you can use as many outsiders, friends, family, little brothers and sisters, parents to help you make your films. So I have already given lots of examples of past student films that were really great. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll tell you more about that. But the last thing I wanted to mention is that we have a film and television program here at Gavilan College. And every semester we have a film showcase. In the spring semester, it's particularly big and exciting. There's an award ceremony. We give what we call the Gavies: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Actress, Screenwriter, Editor, etc. It's a very exciting thing. And right now, I'm telling you, you're all welcome. It's Saturday, April 26th, in the Gavilan Theater. It's free, but it'll sell out. Almost every seat will be full. But the reason why I'm telling, not only is it kind of exciting to watch the best student films of the year, and there are some amazing ones, take my word for it. But I'm telling you this because you can get extra credit for going. If you just show up, it's 200 points of extra credit. If you bring a guest, it's 50 more. And if you get an autograph from one of the Gavi nominees, it's 50 more on top of that. That's 300 points. Well, how much is the film project? How much is the final exam? 300 points. So if you don't want to take the test, or you don't want to make a movie, or if you want to do both of those, but you don't do well on the discussions or something, you can use that extra credit to supplement or swap out things to make sure you get the grade in the class that you want. So those are some of the things I wanted to do: introduce myself, talk about some of the assignments. I hope even once or twice some of you come to the class and watch movies with us and talk about them. If you have any questions, though, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm in my office Monday through Thursday from 10 to 11. And I'm here way more than that, but those are my scheduled office hours, and will always be here. I can meet you on Zoom if calling is not ideal, but even if you don't want to, I'm here. You can call me. We can be on Zoom. We also film every Friday. I teach a variety of film production classes: motion picture production, audio production, advanced cinematography, editing, screenwriting, acting for film and television. All of that. Every week we shoot a new film. Anytime you want to, well, if you want to take any of the classes, let me know. I'll give you an ad code. But anytime you want to join us, you can. It's Fridays. You got to find out the schedule because we don't always film in the same place. But I believe in give you some extra credit, especially if you're going to be an extra or be involved in some way. So I hope you reach out to me if you have any questions, comments. Otherwise, I'm anxious to read your comments and reactions on the discussion boards. This week, you need to check in with me if you haven't already done so. An email, the inbox in Canvas. You need to post a picture and bio of yourself on Canvas. That's not in the class page. That's in Canvas. Just edit, your profile, and that's where you can upload a picture and write briefly something about yourself. And then make sure you read the syllabus and announcements and things like that. And that's it. Next week, we're watching Psycho. And so you need to get the movie and watch it on your own. And if you don't, come to class and watch with us. So thank you for listening, watching, and see you online.